Okay, folks, I'm going to do a quick first impressions on Mercier Kilo WT, purchased from bikesdirect.com. Doing this video because it's the kind of video I was hoping to find prior to purchasing the bike. Kind of had my eyes on this for a while, finally decided to purchase it, and I bought it online a week ago. So ordered it on Sunday. It showed up on Friday, and it shipped out of Texas, and I live in North Dakota, so pretty quick shipping time. The box came in, handle got ripped, I guess not a big deal. There was a hole where the front wheel had poked through the box on the arrival. I didn't see any damage at the time when I signed for it. I guess that it's one other thing about Bikes Direct. They do require signature. Just so happened Friday was a day I wasn't working, so it worked out well to be here for when UPS delivered the bike. So that worked out well on my end, but you may want to take that into consideration where you have the bike shipped to. I guess the assembly of the bike went real well. Everything that they tightened was nice and tight already. I checked a few things, but real no issues. All you really need to do is assemble the handlebars and the stem and put the front wheel on, and then you have to run the cables for the brakes and adjust the brakes. But of course you got to put the seat in the seat tube, but actually I didn't have to adjust the angle or the position of the seat. That ended up right where it fit me well. The frame itself is a 520, I believe, chromoly frame, and it's a nice strong frame. Rode it a little bit so far. It's a nice frame. Haven't see any issues. Paint job is nice. I guess a little more deep. It'd been nice if they would have left some of the branding off of it, but whatever. That's to each his own on that. Fully assembled, as you see it here, it weighs in at 22.6 pounds, and that's for the 53 centimeter size. So that's the size I purchased. I'm right around 5'7", and I have a 30.5 inseam. I'm right between sizes, usually between a small and a medium bike, and I usually go for the medium one. I don't like to feel cramped in the cockpit that much, but this one fits me. Depending on how you like your bikes, you'd want to go look at the geometry, I guess, on their site. The wheels came in nice and true. Really, you don't need to do anything with that if you don't want to. I checked spoke tension. There's a little bit of variability. That's typically what you see on a factory assembled wheel. It's not hand built. So I will probably take them off, put them in my truing stand, and touch them up. If you want a really long-lasting wheel, that's something that might be worth your money to take it to a bike shop or do it yourself, is to just retension the spokes. I've had some problems with that in the past, just breaking spokes. The wheels are super smooth and run freely. They're a sealed bearing, both rear and front. And again, they're maybe a little on the heavy side, but they're well built for the purpose that I intend to use this bike, which is commuting to work and run around town and do some winter training rides to save some wear and tear on my gravel bike, because that's you get some muddy gravel roads in the wintertime. It's real hard on your chains and derailleurs and cranksets, and all the components. And with this fixed gear bike, it's just not much to go wrong, not much maintenance at all. Just put a little oil on the chain now and then, and put some air in the tires, and you should be ready to go. The brakes themselves I was pleasantly surprised with that. They got nice clearance on the brake calipers. You get a nice wide tire on them. I've found that with some of my previous bikes that if you don't have that kind of clearance, they're going to really load up with mud. And then I've had problems too, just getting a wide tire in and out of the bike without letting the air out of it. But these have a lever here that, let's see if I can work it with one hand. You gotta push the button in, flip it, and you'll be able to extract the tire. And another feature they have on the brake system is up here. There's a button you can push over. Again, tough to do with one hand, but you push that over, and that gives you a little longer reach, but also a little more clearance in the back. So if you're out on a road somewhere and you get loaded up with mud, you can use that little trick. So yeah, the brakes I was surprised with. They seem to stop fairly well. I'll probably even do better with some higher dollar brake pads, but they certainly don't see any issues there. Moving on to the seat. The seat is, I would say, okay. I don't know that I'll keep it long term, but for some short rides I've done so far, I don't see any major issues with it. But everyone's got their favorite seat they want to ride, and I'm no different. But for the time being, I don't see any issues with that. And the post, nothing special there either. It's just kind of a blocky one screw design, a little harder to adjust, but not a problem. But the seat post itself on this one anyway was 27.2, and it's got the separate collar on it on this model. The bar is again probably something that's easily changed, but it's kind of your basic drop bar. I'd prefer something with a little shallower drop and maybe some flares on it. I guess that would be, now that I've had this gravel bike from Diamondback, that I really like that bar on that bike. I don't know if I'll be able to find that exact bar somewhere, but certainly that's something that's easily replaced as well. And finally, the pedals. I've seen some people talk about how junky the pedals are, and they're certainly nothing fancy. They really have the bearings on them tight. If you pop the cap on them, you can loosen that a little bit, and at least they spin freely. I mean, I doubt they'll last long, and I plan taking them off anyway and put some platform pedals I have on. With the brakes on the bike, you really don't need the toe straps and all that anyway. But anyway, that's the bike. Hope you got something out of this quick overlook of the bike. I'm thinking it's gonna be worth the $499 I paid for it. I certainly plan to get many years of use out of it. So maybe do a follow-up video a few years down the road and tell everyone how it worked out.